Hi there, Mary Albert here to introduce you to an exciting project we're calling the Thrive World Ecosystem. The problem that we're solving is that today's youth are not actualizing their full potential. The Maslow's hierarchy of needs is not being met, and we have epidemic levels of hopelessness and suicide. Our solution and mission is to empower all of our young people to their greatest future, which will also be our greatest future. Our unique strategy, which has been in development and prototyping for over 7 years, is a self-developing methodology for actualizing the human potential, and simultaneously, or the methodology for that is through project-based, real-world, sustainable projects in the community. How are they going to help transform education, the economy, our government, our society, and our infrastructure of power and construction and food and manufacturing? How are we going? They can pick from the 17 UN Sustainability Development Goals. So there's a true applied learning for every youth that becomes involved in this Selfpreneur program. So our secret sauce is that Selfpreneur program. It is a self-developing game through progression of personal awareness, professional development, and community activism. And the 5 areas that are in development right now that are synergistically working with each other are the physical Thrive Towns, the physical buildings that we're looking as a prototype in Northern Nevada at the Adi District. Then we have the Thrive Collaborative ecosystem of all the members of society and youth working together on all of these areas together. The game is both a virtual in Thrive Towns as well as, physical Thrive Towns and virtual Thrive World portal. And the Thrive World portal is both a virtual reality world, an augmented reality world within and overlaid on top of the physical world. And then the Thrive Academy and Institute is basically that school replacement where the youth are the developers of and the operators of all of these aspects. And they're helping to incubate the innovations that can then be disseminated to anyone, anywhere, everywhere, all communities and all learners.
So our core program is called the Selfpreneur Game of Life. And when I say metaversally, I mean that we have the ability for kids to actually do their developmental activities and projects in both the physical spaces and the virtual as a virtual twin, such that the game environment in Unity looks very similar to the physical environment. And there will be abilities to actually have kids in physical form and virtually working on the same projects in real time. So this is the promise and potential that we can have coaches work from anywhere with any kid, anytime, and we can amplify the rate at which kids have that agency, autonomy, and collaborative ability. In the first phase through the fall of 2025, we call it the minimum viable product or prototype, that we want to be able to build it out and have it tested with kids and with coaches and get feedback from the community and the parents and build the network of employers and nonprofits that would be participating in the program. And then in 25, when we launch with the Academy and the Institute, that's when we would be able to amplify and extend and scale up so that we could move into other communities around Tahoe and Carson, Northern Nevada, and then ultimately we want to be in Southern Nevada and everywhere. The sooner the better, and we are ready to amplify with that investment in phase 1. This is a rough projection of the core business units and the investments from year 1, 2, and 3, totaling at 1.4 million that we would then break even in year 3 as the platforms, the software platforms, the Selfpreneur game takes off and is accessible by anyone from anywhere, regardless of whether they have a Thrive Town near them or not. This busy slide is to just convey that we are well underway and have a quality team. We've done 2 prototypes. We have budget projections and proposals from companies local to help us build out the Web3 platform. We have a great amount of people around our community in Northern Nevada that have expressed interest in our program. And it's just a matter of us bringing some funding to it so that we can get them into our Thrive Collaborative and forming the Institute, which our aspiration is UNR would be our home base for that institute. And so we're anxious to get going on the development of that with them. We have been a semi-finalist in 2 major programs, the Big Idea Challenge in 2022 in Nevada, and we are ready to amplify the great work being done by the Inspiring Children Foundation down in Vegas. And we were the semifinalists for the XQ Super School Challenge in 2016, which is the basis of what we've created here with the Selfpreneur and Thrivetown concept. So we are anxious. We've been at this a long time. We are evolved and ready to make it happen. So please join us. To summarize, these are the financial amounts that we're looking for to help us launch, but we're also looking for collaboration of expertise and content in the school programs areas, as well as the AI implementation of the software platforms and the Web3 and the digital twin. So we are excited to collaborate to make great things happen as fast as we can.